baby. Look at that. See, it's not terrible. See, lean a little forward, zooms in. Gosh darn it. Welcome everybody. I'm excited to be here. Episode 26. Season's almost over. I'm gonna say season's over for high school, but it's not yet. I'll tell you why not. But we gotta start off by giving a huge round to Rapid City for being the first high school team to win nationals.
Yep.
Brookings the last 2 years were runner-ups, but you guys did great. Backup goalie Lee came in, was strong for you guys. One loss. I think that was just those goals were pretty weak, honestly. And I also love that you guys put in Wyatt there for the last 30 seconds during that championship game. I think that was really cool to see.
Yeah.
I think that meant a lot to not just Wyatt, but to you guys as a team. I think you guys were more than happy with it. Lee looked like he was like thrilled to do it. You guys were giving him hugs. He worked his butt off. The commentator's like, well, Wyatt's coming in for the last minute and a half. Lee's been doing all the work, so I don't know why. I'm like, dude, that's what you ask before.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you get information on it before.
His knee's gone pretty much, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, again, congrats, Rapid. Awesome.
Yeah.
You guys put in South Dakota on the board just like that, and
sure.
That's we're trying to do the same, but with you guys doing that
on the national stage, it makes it easy.
Yeah. Yep. So now it's can you do it again? That's the big thing. So again, congrats.
Yeah, you perfect season here in league play, and then you go and finish it out on a national championship.
Yeah.
So
lose only one game all year pretty much now. And
yeah, that's amazing. Something you'll remember forever.
Yeah, exactly.
It's awesome.
Especially going to California.
Yeah.
That bus ride would suck.
Yeah. But I'm sure it was a lot of good fun, with the guys and all that stuff, being on there, and more team building and all that.
Yeah.
So it's
talking about bus rides, Team South Dakota 18U bussed all the way to New York.
Oh, yeah. So they went the opposite. They went to West Coast. Those guys went to East Coast.
Yep. So, Team South Dakota 18U, they are in a Tier 2 league. With them, and I think it's a total of 8 teams in that group. I think they're like 1A, and then there's like a 2A, couple 2As and 3As. But it looks like all 50 states are there, and so they're pumped. They start tomorrow, 12 o'clock, Central Time.
It's be a grind.
Yeah, Thursday. I think Thursday's like an 8:15 in the morning game, and then Friday's a 6:15 p.m. game.
Yeah.
So I think I got those right. But so those guys, I was like, oh, yep, done. No, still got some high school guys out there.
Yeah. I'll have to keep an eye on those guys.
I was like, okay, don't got to do any more of those, game ones, but it seems like everyone likes it on our Instagram, so I got to keep doing that for these guys.
Yeah, is this gonna be
on the USA Hockey TV?
Oh, okay.
I paid for 1 month, $30.
So you should still be able to get the games.
I will still be able to get them, so I will be at work watching these games.
Yeah.
So hopefully I don't get fired. But yeah, so very excited for those guys. I don't know. Let's see. There's I think there's 5 or 6 guys from Aberdeen that's on that team.
Nice.
And I'm excited for them.
So is there anybody? I'm sure is there players from Rapid then on a team that have to go from?
I don't think so. I think there was some on the team. I could be wrong, but I think there was some on the national team, but then they went with their high school, so they didn't get back in time. Maybe they did. I guess there's a list. I don't. I guess I didn't really look.
In that case, you'd be taking flights instead of traveling.
That's such a
I know, right?
hassle.
Especially for a high schooler. It's a lot of traveling.
They won Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
I think they stayed and they came back Monday. Yeah, they wouldn't because they left Monday morning or 2. Yeah, they left. So there was no way any Rapid guys were on there.
No.
Unless again they flew, but I don't didn't think I see any names. But again, yeah, that could have probably helped out a lot. But
Yeah.
yeah, just from the guys, from their names and kind of how state went and everything, it's we got a good group of guys that are going. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see.
Nice.
I'm ready to give some crap to some Aberdeen guys, like, dude, this was a terrible play. And there's one guy I would guarantee he's not going to score any goals. He's going to miss and hit posts. I think all the Aberdeen people know who I'm talking about. But love the guy. I love him, but
you got to give him some crap.
He's got a hard shot. He just can't hit the net.
Hit the net. It's all right, man.
Or he gets hit the net, it hits the post.
It's post out.
So, but yeah. So again, congrats to Rapid City. That's amazing. It was fun watching those games. I was really pumped. Really some good goals, good passing, some good rips. I didn't see Noel. So Mackenzie's cousin, Hattie, last game. Dude, he hit one out of freaking midair.
Really?
It was awesome, dude.
That's
it was
sick.
so cool.
That's
there
awesome.
was such a he's nice little backdoor feed on another one, I think. And gosh, yeah, he had a good game. He was in the right place at the right times, and it was a fun.
He came through.
Fun game.
It's good.
The game before them went in overtime. Apparently, this SSM.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, they're really good. They're like everywhere almost, and they have now won it 4 years in a row.
No.
4 years in a row that they've won it. Here's the thing: they were down 2-0 with like 3 minutes left, scored 2 goals in the next like 3 minutes, and then winning it in overtime.
Yeah.
But they were out shooting those guys like crazy. It was like 40 shots to 17.
Yeah. So I mean, they should have been able to win.
It was nuts, dude.
Yeah.
But
SSM. Yeah, they've been around for a long time. I even heard about them when we even played.
Yeah, and they have a team like everywhere. Like I think they got a couple teams. Because I think Powers actually, Sioux Falls Powers they got like 2 teams going there too this weekend. I'm not sure when they play, but apparently there's a lot of games going on. I think.
Yeah. Holy crap.
But yeah, so that's been crazy.
Busy.
To see. Yeah, I didn't know how many I think after this, after
South Dakota.
Team South Dakota plays, I think it's it.
Yeah. I mean, this is it sounds like it should be because it's like everybody's there.
Yeah.
So like this is where the final tournament.
So high school guys are going to be done, I think.
Yeah.
This coming weekend. So, but yeah, I don't know. It seems like those guys are confident that they can do something. You know.
It's been what? When was the last time?
22 Team South Dakota won.
Was it 2022?
Yeah, I think that was like Jager, or maybe not Jager's year.
Yeah. A couple years after.
The guy that was commentating the Rapid game was saying that Team South Dakota was like 20 something.
Yeah, I think I remember seeing it had only been a few years.
Jackson won it.
Yeah.
He wasn't with Jager, so whatever year Jackson was, I think Jackson's been like the only his team that he's gone with has only won it recently. Okay. I don't know what year that was, but yeah, so that's fun. Carter Sanderson, he's got a couple games left.
4.
And hopefully we can get him on here and talk about their playoff hopes and I kind of have some questions about his college now, just because of what happened there. And UND coach got fired and new coach came on, and
to see how that works for new recruits.
Yeah, so see what happens there, and and then hopefully we get a guest next week as well, talk about Minnesota hockey a little bit closer, and see if the Minnesota faithful is still there or gone. I don't know.
Yeah, it's starting to look like it's like what every season looks like.
Yeah, for
a Wild fan.
Yeah, or a Minnesota fan. How's your Twins going?
Say Minnesota.
Huh? How's the Twins going?
Yeah,
0-4, maybe 0-5 now.
I mean, talking like that. Last year they started out hot, and then you see where they ended. So I mean, maybe it's good they start out crappy, and then they'll get better as it goes on. But Twins are they're done until they get new owners. More like till they move out of the state.
Oh gosh.
Yeah.
Go down.
Yeah.
Go down, huh?
Who knows? Twins are you.
So dumb. So from last week, we got a couple new teams now in the NHL that have locked their spot in the NHL playoffs, and then we got a few teams that are eliminated.
None from the East.
None from the East. surprisingly. So Dallas was the only team that got their position locked in, or at least a playoff spot. Their position is still up for grabs. Seattle and my Nashville, the hopefuls are finally done.
Yep. Yes, my prediction back in December was right, or November. It's right. See, some stuff right.
Yeah, and then everybody else. So Chicago's been out, Sharks been out, but no one in the East have been eliminated yet. Buffalo still, I guess, has a chance. It's
Buffalo's just looking to ruin everybody's.
gosh, what if like they just went on a hot streak?
They are.
But one game, okay. But I'm just saying, like, what
6
if they?
and 4 in the last 10.
What if
so
they were the
turned around.
Dallas? What if they or not Dallas? What if they were the Blues and just got hot?
They'd have to get. Well, I mean, since they're in the East, I mean they could do it because no one other than Ottawa has really taken charge and wanted to take away with the East. So like that last wildcard spot is still open to grabs. To what it seems like everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, but realistically, it's only probably 3 teams, 4
Yeah.
teams counting the one who's there right now.
Yeah, I would say Montreal, Rangers, and Columbus are definitely in the hunt. I do think that if Detroit does make it, it's gonna be kind of like the Washington Capitals.
Yeah, right. I know.
Like
it's just gonna be like that's kind of like the more like team that probably the least deserving to get it. I'd say
100%. Honestly, I think Rangers don't even deserve it for what they've done
No,
all year.
no,
too.
I
don't think they deserve to get in.
I agree. I think it should be Montreal or Columbus.
100%. Yeah, I would love to see Columbus or Montreal play.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would just be a good. Yeah, it would be a good battle. By the time we're done with the podcast, Columbus is going to be winning.
Yeah, they're 8-3 now.
Yeah, they're going to win. They're going to be up tied with the Rangers and Montreal at 77 points. Unless Montreal comes back here and beats the Panthers. But as of right now, the Columbus is going to be tied with those guys. So not too shabby. But again, I would love honestly, I wouldn't mind seeing Montreal because then more Canadian teams. But I think it would be a big thing for Columbus to get in because I feel like they could just their fans and just why they're doing so good because it's because of Gaudreau. I feel like if they would just have so much momentum. I feel like, or so much more to play for compared to these other teams. Yeah. Or a little bit extra to play for.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know about Detroit. Islanders have been on a slump now.
Yeah, and they're down.
Pittsburgh is honestly, Pittsburgh just needs to start losing games to help them out a little bit more. But I did see a thing. They have, I believe, the second or third most draft picks in this coming draft. So
which they need because they're one of the highest age. Age groups.
So that's gonna be nice. But I'm surprised they, at the beginning of the year, they're just like, this is Crosby and Malkin. Let's just get rid of these draft picks and hope for 1 or 2 more years type of thing. But
I know it kind of sucks because they're kind of wasting away because it's like it's completely different opposite side for the Caps when because both teams are kind of like you grow up watching them all that. So you think they're both at the rebuilding stage, and Washington was able to retool last year in the offseason, and have this great season they have now. So they have the storyline, the great eights chasing, Gretzky and all that, and then they have this incredible season. It's their 50th season as an organization, and so there's a lot of good storylines, and you could say the same thing for Pittsburgh with Crosby because he's breaking records this year, but they're shitty, and so that sucks because that's the only thing that to look up for. And then the 4 Nations, another thing added to his long list of accomplishments and accolades that he gets, but still it's for naught because the cup is what you want to chase and your team is just not doing so hot this year, and then next year is your final year because he just extends for 2 years, and then it's just you want to see him win it out. This next meaningful game would be the Olympics next year.
Yeah, what's funny is Ovi and Crosby came in. About right at the same time frame. I think Ovi was.
Well, Ovi got screwed on the lockout, so he got 2005 was his first season. But.
Yeah, so I think it's funny how Pittsburgh, right away Crosby had this crazy career, just cups and they were just going off, and Ovi, had to climb, and shut down a couple times, climb. But now, like, towards his end, now he's like, this team is amazing, right? So it's like complete opposite now.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
know.
funny.
Yeah, but Crosby's still playing great.
Crosby's playing a great.
I know, and it just
Well,
sucks.
and that's he's Sid the Kid. Like,
I
he's
know.
still, like, no matter
Still
what,
Sid.
he's what is it now? He's now 20 plus goals, or what was it? I don't know. He's like, for every year now.
The 20 seasons he's had like 30 points or 30 goals or something.
Yeah,
something like that.
crazy.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
the 20 log seasons. Yeah, he's done it.
Yeah.
Same thing every
And
year.
I think he just passed Wayne on the most points per franchise, or per team, or
for a single franchise. Yeah.
So he's a stud, and it's gonna suck to see both Ovi and Crosby call it quits. And honestly, if Ovi gets that title of the most goals, I think he's done.
I don't know. We'll see. It's hard to say. It's hard to tell, honestly, because he still has next year, and I don't see him not playing next year. But no, after next year, yeah, I don't. That's a different story.
Yeah, well, it's something we're gonna have to watch.
Yeah, I guarantee he'll play next year for sure.
Yeah.
But after that, it's a matter of, I don't know. He'll be over 40, almost 41. So it's, I don't. If I'm him, I'm probably just say, call it quits, because you had one freaking hell of a career, dude.
Yeah.
Just go and enjoy your life.
Yeah,
drink your beer like you wanna, and eat your Cheetos and Subway sandwiches, and enjoy it.
If you think about it, like, this whole year has been focused on Ovi on that record.
For the most part, yeah.
It's especially now. Like, right now, it's
four away now.
Yeah, 4. Can he get these 4 and get her done? And what is it? 8 games, 7 games. They're at 73, I think.
Yeah, I can't. They're at.
So it'll be 74.
73. That's their 74th now.
So 8 games left.
Yeah, for them.
So say he gets it done, right, and then he comes back next year. And now it's not like, okay, we got to feed Ovi, even though you're probably going to still try to, but it's not going to be as much. And then, these rookies, you got Ryan that just now is playing tonight.
Yeah, if Cristal makes the team next year. There's a few other, and Cole Hudson too. I think he's in attendance for tonight's game too. I see he plays for Boston University, and I don't know where they're at for the Frozen Four, but yeah.
I think they're still going.
They are, yeah.
But so big question mark coming from Washington area.
Yeah.
In a couple of years, or at least next year.
Yeah, and I'm not worried about when he leaves either, or even when Carlson. Now that we locked up Chikrin, that's just going to be Carlson's replacement.
And then you got Wilson.
He'll take over the team.
And you got
like Michael Scrowan and Luc Dubois.
Yeah. So I'm like, you got you're not gonna have that goal. Well, your rookies could definitely be the goal scorers.
Oh yeah, Cristal he showed a lot of offensive promise in the preseason.
It's just I don't see why you guys can't do this again next year. Honestly, goalies, everybody's literally locked down that you really need.
Yep.
So
if we do good now, and it's great now that we have who we picked up over the summer, because then you bring in Leonard and Cristal and Hudson on entry level contracts, so you're paying them the bare minimum for 3 years. Yep. So you have a 3-year window to almost kind of even stack a team, or even bring in more free agencies over the off seasons.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's scary here, especially with the cap increase too. It's coming up, the cap increase, so it's like, oh man, it's good to be a Caps fan right now.
Yeah. It should be for you guys. Enough of the Caps. Probably gonna be all of our clips now, anyways.
Yep.
But
rock the red.
Let's go to a different red team. Let's talk about Carolina and the New Jersey Devils. More than likely, well, not more than likely, this is going to be the 2 and 3 matchup.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we almost start talking matchups? We'll save that for the week before.
Yeah. Let's just wait. I think we can talk matchups in the Eastern Conference. That's the only matchup guaranteed right now.
Yeah, it's the match.
Carolina and New Jersey Devils, because Washington, you don't know if you're getting Montreal, New York, Columbus.
I think you're gonna get Ottawa. Or no, you would get never mind. Never mind. It would be Toronto who would get Ottawa. Yeah, sorry.
No.
Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, it don't really matter who they get. Actually, I'd be kind of worried. Honestly, it's for some reason New York doesn't matter how they play or whatever. I'd still
I
kind
know
of worried.
that'd be a
But
fun series.
yeah, I don't know.
So yeah, we know Carolina and the Devils are locked in for sure.
Mm.
No, no one else. New York would have to make a big jump up to get New Jersey. Don't see that happening. So I so it's pretty much a Carolina to first round bye pretty much because I think they're gonna sweep New Jersey.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. I think New Jersey may be able to steal one game, but yeah, I think Carolina is gonna easily take that series.
Yeah.
Just it just sucks. 'Cause Devils are plagued by injuries yet again.
Still doing good.
Yeah.
Like it's not like they
No.
dropped down like
Mm.
crazy amount,
No.
but
Just when it comes playoff, those
but yeah, that's
healthy team is a team that's gonna go farther.
yeah. Luckily enough, like they're like 3 games ahead of everybody, so that they kind of get that rest break.
Mm.
But I don't think it's not gonna matter.
No, because the guys you have out right now are out. They are not coming back no matter
Yeah,
how
like
long a rest
your
until
top defenseman, your top player,
Mhm.
forward,
even
it's-
the other defenseman Siegenthaler is
yeah.
yeah, it just
So, but right now, that's probably the only lock in that Eastern Conference.
Mm.
Just because right now, also in the Atlantic, Toronto, Tampa, and Panthers, they're all still up for grabs. Right now, Toronto's having that, and I hope they can keep it because they really need
they need it.
the number one spot there. And that number one spot. Either way, one of those teams are going to play Ottawa, and honestly, it wouldn't be bad for the NHL if Florida would get that number one spot
Right.
because
The Kachuk
Panthers
brothers.
versus Senators, the Kachuk brothers,
Mm-hmm.
that would be such a good, entertaining series.
Yeah, do you think Matthew would let Marchand like go at Brady like that, or do you
100%.
think?
Dude, I feel like they
would just love it.
they like like it's just from what they're talking about. Brad, like people are like, man, I've heard this chirp. I didn't know who it's been.
Yeah.
Been saying it, and it's like,
Marchand,
oh,
man.
Marchand.
Yeah, like you saw him on the first night, and he's when he was sitting next to Barkov on the bench, and Barkov mentioned that
Yeah.
somebody was skating by, and Marchand chirped at him, and because they have the video or picture of Barkov smiling, laughing, because he was like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, it's great to be on this side now."
Yeah,
Like
so-
just some of the crap that he says is probably hilarious.
Yeah. So I think he's working good in there, and I think they won in overtime his first game.
Yep.
But
And he assisted on the. It's just hilarious
yeah.
too that he assisted on Sam Bennett's goal, and those two hate each other.
Oh yeah.
They
from last
did.
year.
Yeah, they did. Now it's probably a little bit now. Now that they're in the same locker room, probably had to amend it.
Yeah.
Somewhat, so it's alleviated a little bit. But man, that's just hilarious that those
Yeah.
two do not like each other. And his first night he assisted him on the game-winning goal.
Yeah. So yeah, and that's the thing about hockey too. Like literally, Sam punched Brad in the face.
Yep.
Like it wasn't a fight.
No.
It literally knocked him out, and yeah, it was a call that it was in the playoffs, I think.
Mhm.
And yeah, it wasn't pretty. At first, I was like, "What happened?" And then when they slowed it down, it's like, "Oh, he came and whapped him, real right, just
Yep.
punched right in the face."
Yep.
And so,
But they had to get through that on the Four Nations too.
that's true. But yeah, so I think it was just like, yo, hockey players be like, yo, it's in the past, especially on the Panthers. You're like, let's just go win a Stanley Cup, baby.
Yeah.
That's all that matters.
Right.
So
So if you got Matthew and Barkov and those other guys who are their leaders, they're not gonna let crap like that slide. So they're gonna want to hash that in the butt right away.
yo, so yeah.
Yeah, that's a vet team.
I know.
But like not like a old team. Like that's like
it's a young veteran team.
Yeah,
that's,
dude. That knows how to get the job done.
It's gonna be, dude. That I don't even know which one I'm more excited about because, like, division or conference wise, because right now the Western Conference is so freaking hot
Mm-hmm.
that it makes every team like fun to watch.
Yeah.
And then just the Eastern the Eastern Conference, just all the stud people.
What's a
and
bloodbath?
Stud teams on there, like it, like right now, like you cannot say we're ready. Like, oh yep, this lineup, this is what it's gonna look like. You can't say that with any of the teams except for Carolina and the New Jersey Devils.
Mm.
So it's just like it's fun to watch. It's so fun to watch.
I'm just like, come on. It makes me more antsy for the playoffs. I'm like, oh
I
my
know.
God, just hurry up. Go, get there, please.
go.
Just because I mean, knowing where I'm at, where the Caps are at, I'm just like, we already know who we're where we're at. Just we don't know who we're facing.
Yeah.
I just want to get there because it's just nervous. I'm just like, oh god, I hate the first round. It's a curse.
Yeah.
Well, and it's funny too because like you're like, damn, dude, if some of those teams in the East or in the West, they wouldn't even survive. I mean, I feel like like if you're just looking purely at points, you're just like, oh my god, why? Like you think like, oh, the East sucks, but it's like, no, dude, East is stacked, and those guys have to play each other most of the time throughout the season. So like, all these series are getting split; they're not getting swept. So, so everyone's like really close.
Yep. Yeah. So fun, very fun. Yeah. Again, Toronto. We said it last week. We'll say it again. They need to keep that number 1 spot. They're doing good right now. They're one game up on both Florida teams, but even if they do win, they're still above them by at least a game. So, Caps just score or what?
Yeah, they did. Strome scored, so it's 3-2 now.
Did Ryan get an assist?
No, unassisted.
So yeah, Atlantic's still pretty tight on that end of it. Trying to figure out who's 1, 2, and 3 on that.
I'm waiting for games to end, yeah, because the Panthers Canadian game has 8 minutes left, and Panthers are up still 2-1.
Okay, so yeah, Panthers win that, or even if they get a point, they'll jump ahead up in number 2 spot there. So.
And the Lightning are up 3-1 right now it's in the second intermission, so third period will be starting. So then, if they win, then they
both at 93. They could be both at 93, but Toronto would still again have that 1 point, which is nice. So. But yeah,
dude, it's just changing.
Anything else in the Eastern Conference on your mind? Before we head over to the West.
I don't know. Do we need to talk about? I don't know. I guess 2 things. Philadelphia firing Torts.
Oh yeah.
And then the whole fallout when you find out. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know if it's.
Yeah,
because like I heard. I'm pretty sure I heard before today. Because obviously April Fool's Day today, so you don't want to take anything too much, into account with what you hear or see on anywhere.
Like this, delete. No.
Yeah, right. And so I saw it today more, but like I feel like over the weekend I did see it was Cam York. The whole situation. It was him and Torts. They crossed the line. Whatever it was what they did to cross the line, we'll get to later. But like they cross the line, and so that's why Torts gets fired. York suits up, fully dresses for Thursday's game. I think it was Thursday or one of the game during the week last week. Fully dresses, but does not play a single second on the ice. Doesn't touch the ice once. And Bradshaw, who's the interim head coach now, was the assistant, said it was disciplinary action, and so that is why he was not playing. But he had to dress. And the reason he dressed was because he had to, because they couldn't call anybody else up because of something else. I don't know, something other, but like he had to dress. Like it wasn't like a punishment for him. Yeah, we're gonna dress you and you're gonna sit there. No, that wasn't. It was like he actually had to dress because they needed a skater to show skater wise. But then you hear comments like to come back to what the line was that supposedly Torts had said, like, if you re-sign here next year, I will bury you.
Yeah.
What he means by that, don't know. Why he's saying that, don't know. It's just context
Does
that
it
we
surprise?
got. No. Does that surprise me? No, not in the slightest, because it's John Tortorella. And if you have never followed the scene before or know John, he'll say shit like that.
He'll speak his mind.
Yes, he is not afraid to say what's on his mind,
No
which
filter.
some people like, others will hate, which one player would probably, Elias Patterson, would probably freaking hate him as a head coach.
Yeah. He's got so many chances as a head coach. Honestly,
he has. He's had.
But he hasn't had.
But he's a winner, and
but when's the last time hasn't even won a cup?
Yes, but
with who?
I think it was Rangers.
When?
No. I don't know who it was. Maybe he has. I don't know. I'd have to look. Sure, he has, but he has to have to keep getting freaking jobs.
You think?
But he is one of the winningest coach too, I think. But it's just
that part. Yeah.
Torts will get probably another opportunity because he sits on the he was on the he was one of the coaches for the national team, USA's. So like he's a prestigious coach. But other than that, aside from that, him getting fired obviously lit a spark or had lifted weight off the shoulders of the said players because they went on a 3-game win streak and Mativ Michkov his the shackles have been undone and he has been unbind and he's been free, to let loose. So it's nice to see him to be like that, but it's just like I don't know. Those comments that definitely those comments earlier in the week, like on that Monday, the post game comments that he made about saying that at this point in the season, like basically, I don't know, I can't remember hardly what he said, but still, like those comments basically got him fired. Well, and plus crossed the line of what he said to Cam York. But yeah, I think where he goes, not sure. Will he land a spot somewhere? Yeah, more than likely.
So he has won a Stanley Cup.
Yeah.
With Tampa Bay.
Tampa.
Back
Okay.
in 2004. He's gone to the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
In 2012, and that was about it.
Yeah. That was with the Rangers, wasn't it?
Yes.
2012.
Yeah, and that's where Kings.
Yeah.
Well, I guess Kings won against the Devils that year. But yeah,
so
it looked
2012.
like he wins, but yeah.
So that was
2003. That was his
13 years ago.
Third year in the league, and now he hasn't gotten back to that point. But again, it's a different atmosphere compared to what it was back in the day.
Correct. Can't just kind of say what's on your mind all the time now. And plus two, you remember it was at least 2-3 years ago. Remember when he said, like when the Michigan first came around and made the NHL debut.
Yeah.
And he made those comments on skill players and how he doesn't care. Basically, doesn't give a shit about skill players or all that type. But that's what the league is kind of transitioning into now, is more skill players, skill set type players. And so not the ones he's used to coaching and playing. And so like you have to change your system with everything changing in the league. When the eras change, you got to change your system. The same thing's not going to work. It's the same thing that could be said for the NBA. You can't be playing 90s basketball and this decade's basketball. Like it's not going to work. You got to shoot the three. Sorry. So it's the same thing for the NHL, man. You got to let your skill players skill. Let it show. And that's one thing that was, I think, was maybe upper management throughout the year had problems with him and how he dealt with the young guys, with Michkov and playing him and then scratching him for games on end and then stuff like that, and then not letting him be free like how he should be.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see if he gets a spot. I think there's some teams out there that could probably use a head coach. Yeah, maybe.
Now it's just who fills.
Seattle wouldn't be bad. There's some teams out there I think they could use a head coach. Buffalo would be fun to see him there, honestly.
I doubt that. They're not. Lindy's coming back.
Yeah. Stupid. Okay. Anyways. Yeah.
But that's the other thing too with it. That's the other one I was gonna say about the Sabres though. Is like all of a sudden now they're just like, I know they're 6-4-0 in their last 10. So I mean, that's better than Boston's 2-7-1. Lost last 5. Buffalo has come around. They beat the shit out of my Caps the other night, and so I'm just like. Canes. Yeah, I know, and they should. Yeah, and but like Buffalo is up 5-2 right now on the Senators with 2:17 left, with 2 minutes left in the game. So it's like they're about to win the second one, back-to-back games. But they're winning games against tough teams, way too freaking late. But still, also it's going to show that they're not. I think it's a good sign because it shows that they're not just giving up and hoping for a better draft pick and a better spot in the lottery.
Yeah.
They're gonna finish off the season strong and show that look, we're gonna make this work with this team with the guys that we have right now, and we're not gonna go and try to get another first round draft pick or first pick. And so like I think that's something to look forward to and look up, for them for into the next season.
Yeah, I agree. I don't know. Wilson scored. Good for you guys. So.
Could win that.
Yeah. I'm ready to go to the West.
Yep. Move on out.
So, with the West, I'm pretty confident what you see is what you're going to get. The only difference would be Calgary making it. If Wolf gets hot, because it's all on Wolf, the goaltending for Calgary, I can see them making it, but it would have to be taking Minnesota's spot.
Correct.
I think right now, the Blues and Minnesota on the wild card spot are tied. Game plays are tied at 75. The Blues are 1 point below Minnesota. Minnesota's been struggling. Their last 10 are 4-4-2. And then you got the Blues that are going to go tonight for 10 game win streak. So that game is 0-0, but they're out shooting the Red Wings 23-12 right now.
More likely outplaying them altogether.
So, so if the Blues win, they now take that number 1 wild card spot. And again, Minnesota, they've been struggling, and if Calgary can start winning a little bit more games behind a good goaltending, again, if Calgary wins tonight against Utah, Calgary wins, that will make them up to 84. That is 2 games now back behind Minnesota.
And they'd be 1 game behind them already too.
Yes. So with Minnesota struggling, that's the only team I see could be going out, and Calgary be the only team going in. I don't see Vancouver. They win 1, lose 1, win 1, maybe win 2, and then lose. They just can't get a streak going.
No, I just don't see them doing anything.
So
either.
That's what I see. And now if you honestly look at the whole Western Conference, it is mind-boggling how crazy hot every team is except for 2. That's Edmonton and, again, Minnesota. Other than that, every team is crazy hot right now.
And streaky.
Vegas right now 7-1-2. LA Kings are 7-3. Winnipeg 7-3. Dallas 7-1-2. Colorado is the third worst one at 6-2-2. Then you had Edmonton at 5-4-1 and Minnesota 4-4-2. And then again you got the Blues 9-1, which can make them 10-0 tonight.
Yep.
So it's just crazy how hot this Western Conference is. And again, like I said, I think because of how hot it is and how all these teams are doing, what you see is pretty much what you're going to get.
Mm-hmm.
Again, honestly, it could change by tonight because the Kings play the Jets. So if the Kings would lose and Edmonton plays Vegas, and if Edmonton wins, I think the Kings end up going to 3 and Edmonton 2. But again, with how hot Vegas is doing, they're going to be the number 1 in the Pacific, I'm going to say. I don't really want to say the Central is completely...
Yeah, I mean, Dallas, what's up?
Yeah,
Hello?
Dallas has been...
Hello?
Dallas, actually, if you look from since the Four Nations tournament, Dallas and Vegas are like 1 and 2 of the hottest teams.
But Colorado's 3.
And so Winnipeg Jets are right in the middle of the whole league. So if Dallas keeps playing hot, they're only 2 games back, or point-wise, 4 points behind. If they get a good, if they keep this streak going,
they're hoping to get that 1 spot.
Yeah,
God dang, you don't want to face for Colorado in that first round.
I know.
Jesus, dude.
Yeah.
Fucking brutal.
Well, that's the thing though here. It just say Blues go up. You don't want to face either. You don't want to face the Blues, or I guess you'd probably more than likely play Minnesota or Calgary. So I guess that's But still, if somehow does happen where you have to play the Blues, holy cow, that's gonna be crazy.
I know. Imagine. Just think of Edmonton right now, and how awesome Holloway and Broberg are doing in St. Louis, and how much they're lifting them right now, and how much that Edmonton is wishing that they didn't have that they got back those 2 and could give away Arvidsson and Skinner.
That was a terrible signing.
Yeah, you're like, all right, it's all right. It's all right, we'll get the youngsters away. That's fine. We'll bring in Arvidsson and Skinner. We need some scoring. Well, where's that at? Because it's nowhere to be found. It's in lost and found. Go collect it.
Yeah. And the funny thing, too, with Edmonton is, like, you talk about, Jeff Skinner. He's never been to a playoffs, right? So this year he will. He's a rookie in the playoffs.
I know.
I don't think he's gonna understand he probably understands that it's a different tempo, but he's never played in that.
Yeah.
And that to me is not good because he's an older guy.
Yeah.
And now he's gonna have to find another gear that he's never been to before.
Right.
Ooh, it's gonna be. I know a lot of people said, "Oh, this could be a year Edmonton and Panthers get back."
No.
I don't see that happening.
I really no.
Panthers maybe
I can see Panthers, yeah.
because of how stacked their team is. Edmonton, I wouldn't be surprised if Edmonton gets kicked out of the first round by the Canes. If Canes do get home advantage because they are the best team at home.
Yeah.
This and out of all 32 teams.
Yeah.
So, and
Well,
again,
yeah, and with, I mean, unless Skinner finds a different gear in the playoffs, and I'm talking Stewart, not Jeff.
Yeah.
Then yeah, Kings would be fine.
Yeah.
Because yeah, you have a way inconsistent Tendy back there. And,
Yep.
And I mean, if McDavid could come back, which I'm sure he will, I don't think he'll be back. He might not be back this week, but next week for sure he should be back. Which I mean, if he's out, you're even more golden for that series. But,
yeah,
the way they've been playing lately, ooh, yeah, you want the playoffs start now.
Dude, the Kings had such a beautiful goal the other night.
Yeah, the one.
Dude,
like he wrapped it around behind him, and then that guy just did like a one-touch pass off into the one-timer, and the goal was just like, why am I even here, man? Like, what am I supposed to do on that?
So nice. But yeah, so Kuz number 90. He his like first 7 games with the Canes, no points, nothing, and his like last 8 or something, are just like 7, 8 points, and he's just been so good in that first line.
He's everywhere.
Yeah, he's such a fun player to watch. Really is. Takes pressure off a lot of the guys, and I think we're rolling, man. We're getting these 8, 7 point games. And you lose some here and there, but like tonight's gonna be a big challenge.
Big one.
I'm probably not gonna sleep tonight. I'm gonna have to watch that one, especially when it starts at 9:30.
Yeah, that's a freaking late game.
It's not gonna start
dude.
till 10, dude. But yeah, so it's gonna. The Kings are gonna be fun in the playoffs. This whole Western Conference, the whole playoffs are gonna be fun, but the Western Conference right now, how hot these teams are, it's gonna be crazy.
Canadians tied it with 9 seconds left.
Canadians did.
It's in overtime right now.
Panthers really need that one. Like Canadians, like okay, good, they got that 1 point. They need that, but Canadians really need.
Both teams are desperate for both points.
Yeah.
Like,
that's
holy
crazy.
crap! Yeah, Suzuki scored 1951.
That's crazy.
9 seconds left on the board.
Crazy.
And Suzuki just won it in overtime. Oh my God! Back to back. Yes.
Canadians get.
Yes. Canadians get the point.
Get the points. 79 now. Good for them.
And your Blue Jackets are gonna get the 2 points here. So they're a minute away from getting those 2 points.
They're gonna go above. Or they'll be tied now with the Rangers.
Sabres won.
So
Flames are down already 1-0. The Utah.
They still got some time.
Still a 0-0 game for that Blues and Red Wings game going into the third.
So,
jeez.
But yeah, so with I would say with the Western Conference, the only 2 that are probably safe of playing against each other are going to be LA and Edmonton. I think just how good Vegas is playing right now, it's going to be tough to catch them. So I think that 2 and 3 spots pretty much guaranteed. It depends on how Winnipeg ends up. I think Colorado will be the 3rd seed for sure.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honestly, I think Dallas. It's going to be Dallas and Colorado. Is what that's going to be, and then honestly, it's probably going to be Winnipeg, Minnesota, or Winnipeg and Calgary, and then St. Louis and the Knights, which would be legit. That would be such a fun series for how hot both teams are. Oh gosh, that'd be so fun to watch.
It's gonna be a pretty physical battle.
Yep.
Yeah, St. Louis was picking up Jim Montgomery, like Boston firing him 22 games into the season, and then St. Louis just saying, "Screw it, man, that's the guy I wanted last year. I'm getting him right now. I'm sorry." Letting their coach go, getting Montgomery, and then that really changed their whole season not for the better.
Yeah, like they're almost like a 500 some team. Weren't so hot, but then like just last couple months they're like
bought in.
They clicked, and now you can just see.
They get Thomas came back in I think November or something, and now he's playing. He's hot, and Kairu's been doing really good. Buchnevich, he's been playing really good. And then obviously Holloway and Broberg, they were
Yeah.
injured off and on, but like now they're back healthy. Like their team's healthy,
Yeah.
and it's helped out a lot. And Binnington playing off of Four Nations has seriously turned it around. Before Four Nations, he was win loss win. Like he was
Yeah.
really inconsistent. Now after Four Nations, he's been like win loss win. Like it's been really consistent.
Yeah, he's been a stud.
So that's St. Louis is a perfect plan right now for entering the playoffs. Like
Yo.
it's been going really good.
Yeah. So I'm excited for the whole thing. Again, yeah, playoffs are coming right around the corner. And then kind of, you know, gosh, I don't know what we'll do, but we'll figure something out on what we want to do. We might go every other week, maybe starting in the playoffs, and then kind of go from there. Maybe maybe live stream a watch party of some games. So we'll see what happens. We'll let you guys know for sure.
Yeah, and if our teams make it to the cup, we face each other.
Oh God!
Live stream every game.
Yeah.
Taking work off every day.
Every other day.
Yeah, every other day. I'm sorry. This is important.
Well, you're trying to run a business.
Yeah. Right. Keeping my living.
Look at JoJo.
I know. I see on top of it.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah, I saw it.
Hey, JoJo. I love you, girl. Yeah. I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah.
Well, yeah, and then we could talk about the Calder. Who's gonna win it? I mean, Hudson's gonna probably win it.
Hudson will probably
Wayne's gonna win it.
I would love to see Wolf, but
I know. I think he deserves
them
it.
Gonna do anything for
If they made the playoffs, he'd get it.
Yeah, good.
Should get it if they were to make the playoffs.
If they make the playoffs and Montreal doesn't, yes.
No.
Because the only reason Calgary's doing this good is because of him. He's actually, I would have to look this up, but I'm pretty sure he's at least top. He's definitely top 5 goalies in the league, and there shouldn't be a question about it. It's just he doesn't have any help. 19 in the league for goals against, but again, he's like some of the I know Connor's not taking a time off, but Connor's has.
I know, dude. I'm just looking like, dude, this guy is insane.
Connor's insane, yeah.
Yeah.
But again, if you look at all these teams, honestly, goals against, Dustin's top 12, but again, he's got no guys in front of him, and then you look at everybody else. Jake Allen really is not playing too much. Olmark's not playing any much.
Olmark was hurt too for a while.
Jake from Dallas got a good team from Washington. Logan Thompson, good team in front of him. John Gibson, he's been on and off just because of hurt, and he's good, but I think he's been hurt.
When they had
Blackwood again, Colorado, been hot team. Phillip from Minnesota, he's actually been doing really good. He's been Darcy Kemper's been on and off with David Ritchie. Darcy gets more playing wise, but good team in front of him. Toronto, Anthony Stolars or whatever, good team in front of him. Valesky, good team in front. All these guys have good teams in front of them.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, I'd say where he's at, being a rookie coming in.
Being a rookie and being better than Igor, hey, that's a A+ in my book.
I think they're gonna stop signing goalies during the season, based off of what happened with Swayman and Igor this year.
Yeah.
You sign them and I'll have all that, in the beginning of the season, and now you see how their teams haven't been that great either. But beside the point.
Gosh, my Kings are 5th for the least amount of goals.
I never look at never look at the stats. Ooh. I just been looking at always
the most overtime losses are Canucks.
Yes.
Damn, that's crazy.
They have 14 or something stupid.
13, yeah.
Yeah. You imagine
same with the Flames. 12.
And just think of that. If you just take half, you say they win half of those games.
Yeah. they
Like,
could be.
they would be there.
You
They'd
know,
be in a playoff spot, but it's just like, oh my god, like that's something you got to look at. Like, who are we sending out there on a 3-on-3, and what am I doing wrong? Like, oh,
ooh. So Vegas has the best power play.
mhm.
Jets, Red Wings have a good power play. The Devils. My Kings. Oh, your Washington's at 15.
Mhm.
My Kings are at 28. Ooh, that's not good. When
That
playoffs
was the
come,
Caps in the beginning of the season. Frick, they didn't score. They were 0 for like 20 something
I
on the
don't like
power play
that
right
at
away.
all. That's not a good statistic
Not
there.
going in the playoffs.
PK Kings are number 8.
Yeah,
Caps are
we're
number
good.
5. So
Yeah,
like
we're good.
PKs were good, but
Phenomenal.
that power play for you, you're okay. But ooh, that's what's gonna hurt in the long run. Yeah, that's whew, that's not gonna be nice. Face-off percentages. Kings are 15, Caps are 16. I got you by 50.4, 50.3 for you. So yeah, but yeah, not not terrible. Like it's
No.
stat wise not
Ever
bad,
look at these stats?
not terrible. I see Thompson with
He's
38
Claude
goals.
Giroux still a face-off king? He's at 61%.
Yeah, he's a stud. He's at
Jeez.
Ottawa, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a stud. Shorthanded goals, Tucky.
Mhm. Yeah. Right.
Sam Reinhart. Time on ice. Okay, cool. Dang.
See your games ended.
So, but yeah, overall, we're excited, guys. We are getting close to the end.
I know. I just need the end here now. I need it. I want playoff hockey so bad.
You know what I need? I need Capital City sports.
Still have that back, huh?
Not back.
Jeez,
I
man.
need
What's
those
taking
guys.
so long?
I don't know. I don't know. They say it could take up to 3 months. Feels like it's been 12.
I
I don't think it's been a month yet, actually.
don't think it has either. But still,
But
it feels like
yeah,
it has.
that Capital Rock Sports. Man, I really want them back. I want to show some highlights this off season of the high school teams, and
Yeah.
um, yeah, they just it's just so sad. It's a stupid thing that YouTube's doing right now, and hopefully they can fix that.
Yeah.
Make what's right.
Yep. Exactly. Agree.
So, but yeah, again, congrats to Rapid. You guys did the unbelievable pretty much. Had a great season in state here and in nationals. Congrats on both
Yes.
wins. And then good luck to the Team South Dakota 18U and
Is it
Sioux
just
Falls
the boys
Powers.
then?
Yeah, girls last week did not make it past their play pool.
Oh, okay.
So, but so good luck to the boys this weekend. In New York, I will be watching tomorrow at 12 p.m. Central Time on USA Hockey TV. They should sponsor us. I'll start chatting with them. No,
Yeah. Right.
but
Oh
so
yeah.
yeah,
Good luck.
good luck.
Good luck, South Dakota.
100%.
Yes.
So, okay, guys, you take care. We will see you guys all next week, hopefully with a guest. If not, we'll be getting Carter hopefully soon here as well too. Talk about his end of the season. So
Yep.
and
First season as a USHL rookie.
Exactly. So you guys take care again here. Subscribe at YouTube. Follow us on Instagram.